Hi, welcome to Healing Art with Henry. I'm Henry, and today we're going to talk about something that's kind of a challenging subject to talk about, but I think it's really important because it is kind of the fundamental thing that brings most of us to needing to heal ourselves. And the subject's going to be on addiction today. So we're going to talk about addiction. I'm going to paint a picture, and we're going to talk about overcoming addiction and how it helps our lives and hurts our lives and all the aspects of it. So thanks for joining me. So when I think about addiction, and I've dealt with a lot of addiction in my life, and when I think about it, what kind of comes up for me is kind of the feeling I get from overcoming addiction. And when I've overcome addiction in my life, I feel like life was really one way, and then I overcame an addiction, and then my life becomes another way. And so I'm going to kind of paint a symbol that kind of represents that, kind of the freedom from addiction and that feeling. And it's not like the feeling happens right away. Like a lot of times when we overcome an addiction, it takes a while for the feeling of freedom to come. But I think it's a feeling of freedom and celebration when we are no longer imprisoned by something that was imprisoning us. So I'm going to start by painting a picture of a little squirrel. And this little squirrel is a symbol that I paint often, and it's the celebration squirrel. So the big question is, how do we overcome addiction? And for all of us, that's kind of there's a different answer to it. We're all a little different. We're all built a little different. We all have different stories. We all have different bodies and minds. For me, I've really had to hit like rock bottom with my things before I kind of find a rock bottom before I am able to really quit something. I have to really feel it on a very visceral level, kind of shake to my soul kind of level that I can't do a certain behavior anymore. I can't function in the world the way I want to. And so then that's usually when I make a big fundamental change in my life. And it's kind of extreme. I kind of have some reason the extremes and the big polarities with things are a big theme in my life, or all or nothing kind of thing. And that's not the case for everybody, but for me, that's how it works. And that's how I've overcome some big addictions in my life, is just kind of getting to the point where I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the consequences that it's causing. And really, I'm sick and tired of not being in control and letting something else control me. Whether it's a person or sugar or alcohol or heroin or whatever it is. There's been all these different things in my life that have external things that I've let control me. And it's when I kind of reach out for help and kind of admit that I have the problem and that something has a grip on me. And that's kind of where I start with. And then I kind of observe myself, like watching this thing control my daily behavior. And a lot of times with my best inner resources, can't seem to stop the behavior. And so a lot of times it's just communication and admitting to myself and to other people what's going on, trusted people. And then I'm kind of able to move on from it. And just remember, there is a good way to get the most good feelings out of life. And that's what I wish for you, is that you can have the most good feelings in your life possible. Well, thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.